Hey guys, Bemi here, and welcome back to another story time. Today I would like to tell you a little tale about the time I broke a girl's face. That's right, that's a true story. That's not clickbait, my friends. I really broke a girl's face. Just not the way you think I did. To start this story, I would like to say in high school, I was a cheerleader. I know, gasp, gasp, you would have never guessed. I will probably throw a sweet little picture, pew, 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 there, just so you can see, there's proof, pictures, it did happen. So anyway, I was a cheerleader in high school, and I was quite small. I'm still pretty small, but in high school I weighed like 100 pounds, I was like teeny tiny little like baby Demi, and I was the flyer, so that's the person they pick up and they just like throw them in the air. We try to do a lot of different like stunts and or tricks for people that don't understand what that means. Try to do a lot of different types of stunts, and we did like all kinds of like crazy fun things. Anyway, so this one day they decide that we are going to learn how to do basket, which is basically where, so you have 4 girls that are standing kind of in a circle, and they grab each other's wrists, like everybody, pretty sure 4 girls. Yeah, it's like everybody's wrists are all like interlocked. I don't know, I was never a base, I don't remember. But everybody's like got their hands all like tangled up. And it creates this sort of platform. Well, so I, as the flyer, got on top of them like this. This is what I did. I got up there and I'm standing. My hands are on their shoulders. Well, kind of like that. Something like that. Anyway, I'm up there and you gotta count it off. To throw people up in the air. I don't remember how we counted. We'd like 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, but it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think they threw me up in the air in 4, or something like that. And that's just to get enough momentum to throw a human body into the air. None of us have done this stunt. Like, I've never flown a basket, they've never based a basket. And when a flyer is thrown up into the air, there's like a certain way she has to come back down. That is sort of like this, like in an arm, it's sort of like a, hey guys, like put your hands on shoulders. It's putting, like you're grabbing their shoulders to like, you have to like do this motion. This is very, very important. So here we go. It's stunt time. Our coaches have been like, guys, this is the moment. This is how you do it. You guys are ready. The bases get like together. They're like all twisted armed. I'm like a gung-ho little thing. I'm like, yeah, throw me in the air. Break me, I don't even care. I feel like you might see where this story's going. Anyway, so everybody's in position, like I'm on top of the little, I feel like I'm gonna have to like show a picture here of what a basket looks like. So I'm in the basket, ready to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm flying in the air, and I do what I always did, and like did the armchair, arms, I don't even remember what I did, something like, so I come back down, but I don't know, I think it was just a mix of like I was in the wrong position, my elbow was in the wrong position, I come down and like elbow, like this like knobbly pointy elbow, right into a girl's eye socket, right in that orbital bone. I can't even remember which eye it was. I just remember I felt absolutely so bad. she's like, I mean, somebody like comes down like full force, elbow in your eye socket, you are not going to be having a good time, I don't imagine. She's like crying, her nose is profusely bleeding. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm hyperventilating, I'm freaking out, I'm like, oh my god, like I totally just broke this girl's face. Mind you, we were like friends. I still adore this girl. There's definitely no hard feelings, it was an accident, but it was horrible in the moment. She was like crying, her nose is bleeding profusely. Someone came to pick me up from cheer practice, and I can't even remember who it was. So somebody comes to pick me up, and I'm like telling them, like we're upstairs in the gym. I'm like telling them like, oh my god, like I broke this girl's face. I'm freaking out. Like I hope she's okay. Like she's supposed to go to the hospital. And I come to find out, so it's been like probably 30, 45 minutes since I broke this girl's face to the time of when I got picked up. Come to find out, whoever was picking me up was like, yeah, I just saw her downstairs in the hall, like covering her face. I'm like, oh my god, like nobody came to pick her up. But thank goodness, like when we went downstairs, she wasn't in the hallway anymore. But oh my gosh, it was crazy. I am the oldest child, so I went to high school first. The girl's face I broke is like a year, I think she's a year younger, or she was like the class behind me, I think. I can't remember, because we're like practically the same age. Like she couldn't have been that much younger, but she's like a class or two behind me. And my little sister, one of my little sisters, when she goes to high school, this girl is still in school. So like I'm long gone. And my sister joins the cheerleading team, which this girl is on. And since at the time we shared the same last name, like it's pretty obvious that we are like related. And I remember my sister telling me that like one of the first times like she went to like cheer practice, this girl was like, oh my gosh, like are you Demi's little sister? And she's like, yeah, like I'm Demi's little sister. Like my poor sister like kind of got the short end of the stick where it's always like, oh, like you're Demi's sister, just because we went to like a relatively small high school, so like everybody just kind of remembered everybody. I feel like I keep smacking. So my little sister is at cheer practice, and this girl is like, oh my gosh, you Demi's sister? And she's like, yeah, Demi's sister. And like one of the first things she tells her is, your sister broke my face. And I just thought it was like kind of humorous. And then I know that one time after like her face had like healed up, she actually had like a chip in her eye socket. I mean, I'm sure she still does. Like I don't think that grew back. But it's like the craziest thing to feel. Like she had like a chip in her bone there. It was nuts. Thank you guys so much for taking a listen. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for other like types of like story stuff like you want to hear, go ahead, leave it in the comments below. I kind of am enjoying doing this. I think this is going to be like a weekly deal. And I only say weekly and not daily because I have a feeling maybe my life isn't that interesting. But thanks you guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video sometime. Bye!